that 23 have been chosen, that 23 became 25, and that 25 can also become 28. But we'll explain all of that. Slumpo laughs. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, please.
Fuck, you remember those days?
No, not that far back. By the time I started playing, cell phones were a thing. But one thing though, Coach Pizzo, players who played for Coach Pizzo,
Yeah.
you had to install a landline at your house.
You're lying.
You had to install a landline. You heard about this? No, serious, because Pizzo would call and to make sure you're at home. That's what the players who played for Coach Pizzo told us. You had to install a landline because he can call you.
So he makes sure you're at home.
To make sure you are at home.
Sabo, can you confirm or deny?
My mouth is...
Welcome to it. Thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be a fun show. We have a lot that we're going to be talking about. And of course, Bafana Bafana squad announcement is going to be a big bulk of the show. The 3 CAF competitions in the confederations, as well, of course, as in the Champions League. The 3 matches played by South African teams. None of them with the win, but no losses. All draws, including Kaizer Chiefs, who conceded a very early goal. The return of Rulani against Sundowns is also going to take center stage. And Orlando Pirates, for the first time in 1 year, they take the lead in the Betway Premiership. There's a lot to talk about. Mazora Malefe is here as well, with the news that include the fact that Gavin Hunt has been sacked after just a mere 14 games, and he's sitting in 8th position. Victor Tlongwane will be telling us about all the things that we might have missed. Welcome to it, Vic. Welcome to you. What do you have?
It's not only the 25 that are going to the World Cup. There's also 2 South Africans that are going to the World Cup. Congratulations to Zakele Suela and Abongile Jack Tom, who are also going to the AFCON. So siyahamba nathi. Mara today sifuna ukubona ukuthi no iZamalek yakhala ithi no bayirobe igol. This is Soccer Zone. Today sayiqeda la ku Soccer Zone. Ngiyabuya.
All right, I'll be back. And of course, as per usual, sicela ukuthi ube ingxenye yohlelo. Sifuna ukubuza ukuthi nasi isikwathu sibonile. Bazosicazulula kabanzi uHlompo noMark babeke imibono yabo. Kodwa ke imibono ebalekile ebholeni ehlwele zebhola abantu abalithandayo ibhola. Siyabuza ke kuwena ukuthi what are your expectations for Bafana kule tournament abaphuma kwindawo yesithathu the last time around? Please do let us know your thoughts. Right now though, it's news making headlines with the best journalist there is when it comes to football things in South Africa. It's the Super Journal.
Yeah, news that reverberated around the football fraternity in the country this evening, and starting from Sunday night, Gavin Hunt sacked, officially parting ways with Durban City there. And I'm just going to go to a statement that the club just released, informing their fans and the public at large that Coach Pitso Dladla is the one that now takes over alongside, I'm told, goalkeeper coach Rowan Fernandez as well. It says that club chairman Farouk Kadodia stated that this was a mutual decision taken with the club's best interest at heart. I'd like to thank Coach Gavin personally for his hard work and dedication, and we wish him all the best. Assistant coach Pitso Dladla, as I said, takes over the final game of the year against Orbit College this week. Now, I'm told that behind the scenes, obviously, they were not pulling in the same direction around strategic developments of the club and moving forward. So we'll keep a close watch on over this course of the AFCON break, who officially takes over, whether it's Pitso Dladla that continues beyond the current season, or it's someone else that officially comes in to step in those big shoes to fill of Gavin Hunt. We now move on to another story that involves movements as such, and that's Davin Titus. It's a story that we've followed closely here on Soccer Zone and SABCsport.com. Last week, we broke that story, that Al-Masri of Egypt coming in with a bid for the Stellies winger, and Stellies say no, he's not going anywhere. In fact, Coach Baka confirming to Andile on radio that the club wants Davin Titus to stay, and I have the latest now that they're locked in discussions. A new contract has been tabled, and it's between Davin Titus's camp and the club to sort of find each other to prolong his contract. If he doesn't sign it, it means in January, effective from the 1st of January, Davin Titus can sign a pre-contract to move on elsewhere. So keep a close watch on SABCsport.com on that story as well. We move on now to talking about title chases, and a man who knows very well about winning trebles and all types of trophies is Happy Jailer, and he talks about how the current crop of Orlando Pirates players have to erase that memory of treble winners to create their own history, and they have to do it this season.
It's been a while, Orlando Pirates not winning a league title. It's very big. I think we are the one that won the league the last time. And the new generation that is playing now, they are doing well. They've got capable of taking it this season. And for the team, obviously, they've been dominating in the domestic cups. It's very important for them to take this league because they will wrap everything. You know, they're not going to talk about the double treble and those current players. But recently, they are capable.
Well, I tell you who else is capable, and there are a lot of South Africans hoping they will deliver. It's this Bafana Bafana squad of 25 players going to the AFCON. I'm now going to let the guys to take over and discuss this 25-man squad, the itinerary. Coach Hugo Broos flying to Washington for the World Cup draw this Friday, coming back straight into camp to prepare for what is going to be a major competition. One more friendly, we're told Ghana could be that friendly, but that's the national team squad headed to the AFCON. Andile?
Ghana on the 16th of December is a farewell game that we're going to be seeing. It's going to be live here on SABC Sport. This is the team. 25 players, of course, making that 25 is 2 young players that are part of that. On standby, you've got Mdu Ikram as well as Tabo. I don't want to preempt you guys, so I'm going to allow Hlompo to start. Your blank thoughts on what you're seeing there.
Well, if I'm a football fan, I was going to ask questions like, Iggy Reynas, with 9 goals in all competition, one would fancy him to be in that Bafana Bafana squad. But we're talking about Ndade Bruce, a man who is not scared to make that a call of, selecting the player that he wants. Of course, Iggy Reynas, for me, I fancy him to be part of this, the team that is going to AFCON.
So he's your only disappointment?
I can't say it's a disappointment because he's
not in the team.
Standby. Yeah, but with the numbers that they've got in terms of the number of games that they've already played, in all competition, 9 goals, that's huge compared to the strikers that he's going to be competing with in that Bafana.
Well, let's talk about that, Hlompo, because the 2 strikers, there's only 2, is Lyle Foster as well, of course, as Mahopa. Those are the only 2 strikers there.
And when you look at Lyle Foster's goal...
And also, I mean, I do know that Elias Mokwana has been played in that forward position at his club, but it's the 2 strikers. It's Foster and Mahopa. And when you're speaking about Reyners and you're saying in comparison to those 2 strikers, what are you saying? I'm
saying the numbers of the goals that he scored already this year allows him to be part of the squad.
So who then moves?
Well, like I said, Ndade Bruce wasn't making that call.
Ndade Bruce put him outside. You're saying he should be inside.
Let me come in and I'll back Hlompo up on that one because I agree with Hlompo on that one. So my issue, and again, I've always said I never want to question
Hugo Broos.
Coach Hugo Broos because
he's earned our respect.
Of course.
But Elias Mokwana hasn't been part of the squad for a while now, and I don't understand why. Not to say he's not worth a place, but he hasn't been there recently. And then you look at Iggy Reynas. So Mokwana for me is the one if you're looking at someone because if we're looking at cover, because there's a lot of balance in this team. There's cover in every position. Rile, Nkota, Apollos, Moremi, those are the 4 wingers that we know that will compete. Then you have got the 2 strikers, and Iki would have been the 3rd striker. So for me, that's because Mokwana's not a striker. Is he a winger? That's for me where the only discrepancy possibly.
Players, of course, that have been included in this team, but in an observational capacity is what he's calling them. Chandre Campbell, and we're going to show you now what Chandre Campbell has been up to away from South Africa. He's at Club Rouge. He's in the same country where the coach is right now, in fact, because he's from Belgium there. You take a look at what he's done, and he's saying you didn't even go to the under-20 national team World Cup, which you deserve to be at. But I think you're for the future. Tyler Smith, the best player at the AFCON as well, at 20 level. You deserve to be there.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. And again, I think he's always been about building for the future. So when you look at, obviously, a Chandre Campbell, he was a big part of the squad qualifying for AFCON, but his club didn't allow him to go to AFCON or to the World Cup. Tyler Smith was obviously massive for the under-20 team at the World Cup. And so, again, I think that's what it is right now.
All right, cool.
I was about to say, as a young 20-year-old, you'd love to be part of the Bafana Bafana squad that is going to AFCON, simply because you're going to see what the tournament is about. And of course, you'll learn from that. And I don't think they will see the game the same after this tournament.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mazola, for letting us into your news.
Yeah, just a quick reminder, Bafana Bafana play Angola, Egypt and Zimbabwe in Marrakesh. And stay tuned for SABC Sport for all the coverage on everything AFCON.
Thank you very much, Mazola.